And try not to splash it on yourself. Today in the Silly Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a super quick homemade tzatziki. I love making this at home because I get to choose how much flavor I put into my tzatziki. And you only need a couple quick ingredients. So get yourself a tub of Greek yogurt. Now make sure it's plain Greek yogurt. The ones that are flavored with vanilla and coconut all kind of look the same, and you don't want any of that sweetness when you're making a savory dish. So I purchased just a little tub of that 500 milliliter container of yogurt and put it in a dish. You're also gonna need cucumber, you're gonna need a lemon, and a whole bunch of garlic. You can use as much or as little garlic as you want, but again, the reason I make it at home is because I want lots of flavor. So don't be shy on the garlic. Okay, so you've scooped your Greek yogurt into a bowl. The first step is you're gonna need to grate some cucumber. So get your handy dandy grater out, and just like you would be grating cheese, that's the same kind of slot that you wanna use for your cucumber, and just make them into sloppy little pieces. You don't have to be fancy about it. Now you're gonna get a lot of juice because cucumbers have a lot of moisture. So once we actually get a lot of cucumber going on this, you're gonna wanna absorb some of that moisture away. Now, you don't have to absorb a lot of it because it does actually help kind of unthicken that Greek yogurt. But we're also, remember, adding lemon juice too, so there is gonna be some liquid going into there. Now this is gonna make a nice mess. As much as it's easy, it's not unmessy. So you're, whoop, I'm losing cucumber. So you're gonna get kind of this nice shred going on here. And I cut the cucumber in a little piece first, just so that I didn't have too long of pieces. You can run a knife over it if you don't want like all that stringy type of stuff coming through. So you can definitely watch your fingers on these last little bites. But again, you can use that, just run a sharp knife through just to make the pieces a little bit smaller. But with 1 tub of yogurt, I like to use about half a cucumber. Again, guys, I don't measure, so not all cucumbers are made equally, so pick and choose how much you want. So I'm gonna go with that for now. I think that looks pretty good, and yeah, I'm using the cucumber as like a little spatula. You might get it all over you a bit, but I mean, clean up after. We always have to. Okay, so I feel like I'm pretty good with that. All right, so we've made a little mess with our cucumbers. We can set that aside. Now remember I told you we want to take a little bit of this moisture out. So you can strain it through a cheesecloth if you happen to have that. What I do is I just kind of give, with a little bit of a paper towel, just a little soak up so that you don't have too much water kind of coming out of all your cucumber. It's just a quick, easy step to do it that way, as opposed to worrying about letting it sit, because I like to do things quick and easy so I can eat them. All right, so you've got all your cucumber. Let's put these guys right into the yogurt. See how much moisture is still left on the bottom of the on the cutting board is what I'm trying to say. So try not to slop up all of that watery goodness, just get all of those cucumbers in there. Okay, easy peasy so far, right? Okay, so you've got your cucumbers, you've got your Greek yogurt. What's next? Well, this is my favorite part because this is where I get to decide how much garlic goes into this recipe. So I've decided, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 6 cloves of garlic for this one. I don't know if I'll use them all. First of all, my garlic's not fitting into my garlic press, so I gotta squish it in there. So I like fresh garlic for this as opposed to minced garlic or buying the store garlic, and sometimes a little bit of the peel kind of stays when you press garlic. So just get rid of that so we don't have any of those chewy pieces. Again, like I said, I like fresh garlic in this recipe. I just find that the aroma and the flavor is a lot stronger when you get all the fresh juices of garlic clove. But if you are in a pinch and you haven't gone shopping and you don't have fresh garlic, if you want to use garlic powder, or you want to use, you know, the garlic that you buy, the minced garlic in a jar, you can do that too. But I'm telling you, this is better. Just go get some garlic. All right, and our final and 6th garlic clove is in. If you don't like that much garlic, you don't need to use 6 cloves. You can use 3, you can use as many as you would like. I really like the flavor to come out, so I definitely wanted to have an abundance of garlic in this one. Next up, I'm gonna use a whole lemon in this. So I just cut it in half, give it a roll, and then squeeze it in. And you know, there's tools out there that can help you make this a lot easier, but I literally, well, I'll take out the seed first. I literally just use a fork and I punch little holes in it as I squeeze it, so I get as much juice as I want, or as I can out of the entire lemon, and I don't waste any. And then if a little seed happens to kind of come through that, I just use a fork for this and I just pick them out. You don't have to worry about, you know, getting your hands all mucky and catching them, or using any of those tools if you don't have them. I use lemons a lot in a lot of different recipes, so maybe I should get one of those squeezy things. But again, guys, easy. You don't need crazy tools in the kitchen to make awesome recipes. So you can see I lost one more little lemon seed, and that just goes out. My hands are a little bit wet and dirty, so let's just clean that up. Okay, so we got all of our lemon in there with our cucumbers and our garlic and our Greek yogurt. I did forget to mention at the beginning of the episode that you do also need pepper. So give a nice helping of pepper on the top here. And really, you're gonna have a lot of flavor with the garlic already, so you don't need a ton of other flavors, but if you do like that little hit of pepper and spice, add quite a bit. So I've added a pretty nice decent layer, but remember, you've got a whole package of Greek yogurt under there. And just like that, all you have to do is now take your handy dandy fork that we've just been using for the entire recipe and mix and stir it all up, making sure that it's all mixed nice and well. And try not to splash it on yourself. I maybe could have used a bigger bowl, but just kind of keep giving it a good stir, because you want all the flavors to kind of get to the bottom. Now, the best thing to do is leave this in your fridge either overnight for a couple hours before eating it, just so that all the flavors kind of marry and settle. But you guys know what my favorite part of a cooking show is. It's eating. So I'm gonna have to have a taste before I put it in the fridge. Otherwise, you guys will be waiting and waiting and waiting while it cools in the fridge. So I'm just gonna give it a good stir and make sure that everything is all together. So I feel like it's all mixed up and ready to go in the fridge, but like I said, I need to taste it. So there's lots of ways that you can use this. You can use it in different recipes in cooking. You can put it on a charcuterie board or a veggie board so that you can use it as a dip. I've even done it in a wrap or a sandwich. There's so much flavor in some simple ingredients. But if you're just making a quick snack, one of the best ways that I like to do it is get yourself some pita bread, put a nice dollop of tzatziki on your pita bread, slice a cucumber, and even for a tiny bit of garnish, you can even put a nice sprig of fresh dill on it. So there's one thing left to do, my favorite part. Let's eat. There's a lot of garlic in that, but I promise you the garlic breath is worth it. I really gotta stop talking with my mouth full. Try this at home, guys. It's so easy. I can't wait for you guys to enjoy it yourselves.